I'm going to be doing a week-long reading for the fall for Reading Readathon that was hosted on Instagram. I'll leave her Instagram information below. And let's see how much I can read for the week. I read Tunnel Bones by Victoria Schwab over the weekend, and this is the first book that I have read for the Readathon. And this is set in Paris. And if you have not read the first book, I would highly advise to read A City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab before going to the second book, because this is the second book in the series. And this involves Cass and Jacob going to Paris with her family, and they're continuing to film their ghost show. And in this one, they have to deal with the poltergeist, and they have to figure out how they're going to defeat this one, because apparently the enemy that they fought in the first one is nothing compared to the powers that the poltergeist has in this story. I really enjoyed it, and I love the vibes that it gives. It gives me Casper versus the Sixth Sense feeling, and it kept me it gave me what I needed at a level that I could understand, because sometimes some books could just go a little drag on. This one kept my attention as perfect, so I give this one 5 stars, and I'm very excited to the rest of my books for the fall for reading readathon that is happening throughout this week. And I will keep you updated which books I will be reading next. I can't decide between, I believe it's A Witch's Guide to Magical Keeping, or Rogue Thorn, or my reread for Yours Truly. So we'll have to see which ones I pick. I have started this one, and I am intrigued, so we'll have to see. For my readathon update for Monday, I read 13 pages of A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangre Madonna, and I read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I read 33 pages, and Tuesday I focused more on Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. hopefully I can read more into Roach's Guide to Magical Keeping for the rest of the week. But I read 120 pages in this today, and I will show on what I have outlined so far. Since it was I just got a physical copy of this, so I wanted to annotate it and possibly underline my favorite lines in the book, and I'm really enjoying it. If you have not read this, I would advise to read Part of Your Road by Abby Jimenez first. This is the second book in the trilogy. This is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and it's about I can't remember her name at the top of my head. A minute. Jacob and Brianna. Jacob has anxiety, and Brianna works as a nurse / doctor as well as Jacob in the same hospital, and he had a breakup with his ex-girlfriend. I believe he mentioned it was like 2.5 years ago, and Brianna just recently got a divorce from her husband because he cheated on her, and they are just having a rough time, and they just introduced each other. Jacob went and transferred to the hospital that Brianna works at, and I'm really enjoying my reread, and this will again be a 5 stars as always. I was cracking up because my birthday is tomorrow, and I just left off on a chapter where they were talking about Taco Bell, and I'm having Taco Bell for my dinner, and it says, there is no accounting for your poor taste, but the heart wants what the heart wants. If you know, you know, and my heart's what the heart wants. I always get a contract to pray for my meal for Taco Bell, and I'm having that tomorrow for my dinner, and this is definitely going to be 5 stars once I am done. So hopefully I can get to these 2 books on my TBR to get a bingo for the readathon for the week. For the fall for reading-a-thon for the week, I read Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and this is still a 5-star read. I really enjoyed this book so much. I am so glad I was able to reread it, since it is my physical copy, and I've been wanting to annotate it. And I finally annotated the book, and it was still a great read. And the other book I read for the readathon was Tunnel Bones by Victoria Schwab. That is the second book in the series for Cassie Blake. I decided I will finish the trilogy probably next year, just because I have other books I would like to get to in the month of October. But I think I did really well for all the stuff I had to do for the week, and I got to hang out with my kids for the day off Tuesday, and thankfully I had an audiobook for that, because if I didn't, I definitely probably wouldn't have gotten as much done as I did for reading. So I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!